Close your eyes for a second and imagine standing at the edge of the future, not as a spectator, not as a commentator, but as the architect. That is where Elon Musk has lived his entire life, not in comfort, not in certainty, but in vision. This is not a story about luck. This is not a story about privilege. This is the story of a man who decided that reality itself was negotiable. Elon Musk didn't wake up one day with rockets, electric cars, or satellites falling into place. He woke up with questions, dangerous questions. Questions that most people avoid because they disrupt comfort. Why does the world work this way? Why can't it work better? Why are we settling for small answers to big problems? As a child, he was quiet, observant, lost in books while the world around him moved on autopilot. He didn't fit in, and that wasn't a weakness, that was the first sign. Because people who fit perfectly into the present rarely build the future. From a young age, Musk trained his mind to think in first principles. Strip everything down, ignore assumptions, forget how things are done, ask what is actually true. This mindset is where everything begins. Before money, before power, before results. It begins with how you think. Most people inherit beliefs. Elon Musk questioned them. When others said, "That's impossible," he asked, "According to whom?" When others said, "That's too expensive," he asked, "Why does it have to be?" When others said, "That's not how it's done," he said, "That's exactly why it should be." Belief is not blind optimism. Belief is earned through clarity. And clarity comes from thinking deeper than the surface. When Musk looked at space exploration, he didn't see a government monopoly or a billionaire's fantasy. He saw a math problem. Rockets were expensive because everyone accepted they had to be. He broke them down into raw materials, calculated the cost, and realized the truth. Rockets didn't need to be that expensive. People just stopped questioning the system. That moment wasn't about space, it was about belief. Belief that systems can be redesigned. Belief that constraints are often illusions. Belief that the future belongs to those who refuse to accept the present as final. Vision is not about seeing what is. Vision is about seeing what must be. When Elon Musk founded companies like Tesla and SpaceX, he wasn't chasing trends. He was running toward problems everyone else avoided. Climate change, fossil fuel dependency, the survival of humanity. These weren't marketing slogans. These were existential threats. And instead of tweeting about them, he built solutions. Vision gives purpose, and purpose gives stamina. There were moments, many moments, when everything should have collapsed. SpaceX rockets exploding mid-air, Tesla bleeding cash, media mocking him, investors pulling out, employees unsure, the world watching, waiting for failure. And failure came. But failure didn't define the story. Response did. Elon Musk once poured nearly all his personal fortune into his companies when both were on the brink of death. Not because he was reckless, but because he was clear. Clear about why he started. Clear about what was at stake. Clear that quitting would cost more than continuing. Discipline is not motivation. Discipline is devotion to a vision long after the excitement fades. While others slept, he worked. While others optimized comfort, he optimized outcomes. He didn't delegate responsibility for the future. He carried it on his shoulders, on his time, on his sanity. Action is where vision becomes reality, and action requires sacrifice. He slept on factory floors. He endured public humiliation. He absorbed stress that would break most people, not because he was superhuman, but because his mission was larger than his ego. This is the difference between wanting success and committing to impact. Elon Musk didn't aim to be admired, he aimed to be effective. Resilience is built when failure is no longer personal, when setbacks become data, when pain becomes feedback instead of a stop sign. Each failed launch at SpaceX taught them how not to fail the next time. Each criticism sharpened the mission. Each doubt from the outside strengthened belief on the inside. Learning never stopped. Adaptability never slowed. When something didn't work, Musk didn't defend it, he dissected it. Ego kills growth. Curiosity fuels it. And through it all, there is an undercurrent few people talk about: gratitude. Gratitude for opportunity, gratitude for challenge, gratitude for the chance to attempt something meaningful in a universe that owes us nothing. Because when you understand how fragile life is, you stop playing small. Elon Musk's journey is not a blueprint, it's a reminder. A reminder that the future is not written by consensus. It's written by those willing to think differently, act boldly, and endure longer than anyone else. And as the world moves faster, as technology accelerates, as uncertainty grows, one question remains: will you consume the future, or will you build it? Building the future demands more than ideas. It demands obsession. Obsession with solving problems that matter, with asking questions no one else dares to ask, with refusing to accept limitations as laws. Elon Musk wakes up each day with a checklist that most people wouldn't even dream of attempting, and yet he moves forward, step by step, fueled not by applause, but by the weight of responsibility he places on himself. Innovation is messy, it's chaotic, it's filled with moments that test your sanity. Tesla was mocked for building electric cars that could rival gas-powered ones. SpaceX was ridiculed for aiming to send rockets to Mars, and yet Musk embraced the chaos. He didn't wait for perfect timing or guaranteed success. He acted because he understood a simple truth: the world changes for those who dare first. Vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a waste. Elon Musk's genius lies in his ability to fuse the two relentlessly. He visualizes the impossible and then charts a path so detailed, so precise, that failure becomes a teacher, not a terminator. Every prototype failure, every public criticism, every financial crunch was an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. He doesn't avoid failure, he engineers around it. Purpose drives persistence, and purpose is never convenient. Musk's purpose is bigger than comfort, bigger than accolades, bigger than fear. His purpose is the survival of humanity, the progress of civilization, the expansion of life beyond Earth. That is a vision so vast it demands everything, and yet he meets it with focus and discipline that borders on the obsessive. He writes his own rules, he challenges the status quo, he refuses to be average. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. While others procrastinate, Musk works. While others rest, he innovates. While others fear mistakes, he analyzes, recalculates, and strikes again. Discipline is not glamorous. It is quiet, relentless, and often lonely, but it is the foundation upon which empires are built. It is the hidden engine behind every launch, every breakthrough, every headline that reads "impossible" until Elon Musk did it. Action, relentless and purposeful, is what transforms vision into legacy. It is easy to talk about changing the world. It is hard to stay awake at 3 a.m. reviewing rocket schematics or battery technology, knowing that one mistake could cost millions, or worse, dreams deferred. Yet action is never about comfort. It is about commitment. Musk embodies this in every venture. He doesn't just dream, he designs, tests, fails, learns, and iterates until the dream becomes inevitable. Resilience becomes the armor that protects the vision. Rockets explode, car factories falter, cash runs out, investors doubt, employees worry, critics jeer, and yet Musk persists. Each obstacle is a stepping stone, each crisis is a lesson in endurance. Resilience is not stubbornness, it is an intelligent refusal to surrender to circumstances, a recognition that the journey to the extraordinary is paved with obstacles that must be faced, not avoided. Learning is the compass. Musk devours knowledge like air. Engineering, physics, business, programming, energy, AI, space. Every field, every subject, every detail is a potential tool to solve the problems he chooses to tackle. Adaptability is the method by which he applies this learning. When one approach fails, he pivots. When one market resists, he innovates. When the world doubts, he experiments. Growth is continuous because curiosity is insatiable. And in the midst of all this relentless pursuit,
Gratitude flows quietly beneath the surface. Gratitude for the challenges that shape resilience. Gratitude for failures that sharpen intelligence. Gratitude for vision that fuels ambition. Gratitude for the rare opportunity to attempt what others dismiss as impossible. Gratitude transforms pressure into purpose, stress into strategy, and risk into resolve. This is the essence of Elon Musk. Mind trained to think in first principles, belief anchored in clarity, vision wide enough to encompass worlds, purpose powerful enough to endure hardship, discipline unwavering, action relentless, resilience infinite, adaptability constant, and gratitude profound. He shows us that the future is not a gift, it is a creation, and creation demands audacity. So hear this now. The world you live in is not fixed. It is a canvas, and on that canvas, you have the brush. You can paint with caution, blending into the background, or you can paint with vision, bold and unafraid, shaping reality in ways that inspire awe. Elon Musk didn't wait for permission, and neither should you. The world doesn't reward comfort, it rewards courage. It doesn't honor hesitation, it honors action. And it doesn't bend for ordinary, only for extraordinary.
And now the truth becomes undeniable. The future will not wait for you. It will not pause while you hesitate. Every second you spend doubting, procrastinating, or settling is a second the world moves past you. Elon Musk built rockets not because it was easy, but because it was necessary. He created electric cars not because he wanted fame, but because humanity demanded it. He changed industries, redefined standards, and challenged reality itself, not for applause, but because he understood the stakes. The power of vision is not in dreaming, it is in daring. It is in taking the invisible and turning it into the inevitable. Every small decision, every sleepless night, every painstaking calculation compounds into something far greater than you can imagine. Musk didn't wait for the perfect conditions, he forged them. He didn't wait for resources, he created them. And he didn't wait for certainty, he moved forward with courage, fueled by conviction. This is the lesson. Extraordinary results demand extraordinary commitment. You will be tested. You will fail. You will hear the word impossible thrown at you as if it were an immovable wall. But walls are only walls if you stop at them. Musk treats them like blueprints. He deconstructs them, studies the structure, finds the weak points, and then builds a path through, or above, or around. He reminds us that no obstacle is permanent, no limit is fixed, and no challenge is too great when your vision is clear and your purpose is unshakable. So take a moment, look at your life, your ambitions, your fears. Ask yourself, am I building the future I want, or am I waiting for someone else to build it for me? Vision demands courage. Purpose demands sacrifice. Discipline demands endurance. Action demands decisiveness. Resilience demands persistence. Learning demands humility. Adaptability demands curiosity. Gratitude demands reflection. Combine all of these, and you are no longer a passenger in life. You are the pilot, the engineer, the creator of worlds. Remember, Elon Musk did not inherit the future. He designed it. He risked everything to shape it. He endured ridicule, failure, and doubt, and he emerged as a force capable of bending industries, challenging conventions, and expanding the horizons of what is possible. And if he can do it, why not you? If one person can look at the impossible and relentlessly build a new reality, imagine what you can achieve when you harness your own power, focus, and relentless drive. The world belongs to the bold, the fearless, the visionaries. It belongs to those who dare to act while others hesitate, who dream while others doubt, who build while others watch. Your future is not written by chance. It is written by choice, by courage, by action, by vision. And it begins the moment you decide to stop waiting and start building. So rise, Take that step, challenge the impossible, learn from every failure, persist when others quit, innovate when others accept the ordinary, and carry a vision so powerful, so vivid that it refuses to be ignored. Build relentlessly, live deliberately, and when the world tells you it cannot be done, smile and do it anyway. And if this message ignited something inside you, if it stirred the fire of vision, purpose, and action, then join us here on this journey. Subscribe to this channel for more cinematic, life-changing motivation, because the future waits for no one, but it will reward those who dare to shape it. Don't just watch the world change, be the one who changes it.